I've been using an iPhone 6s over the past little bit, and the one thing that really stood out to me from iOS and Android is that iOS was just so much more fluid and it looked clean and everything was kind of there and it didn't break. And for a while that was great, but I definitely missed some aspects of Android, and today I'm going to be telling you several different layers on how you can customize your phone to a very deep degree. No, this isn't sponsored, and no, I don't mean just sticking a wrap on it. This is much more in detail than that. Also, bear with this video, there are quite a few layers. The grid changing is something that is often overlooked, and I really enjoy it, especially with like the Samsung phones. You'll get a Samsung out of the box and it will normally be 4 icons wide, and it's kind of the same on iPhones. However, I really like it to be 5 or 6 or 7 icons wide depending on the screen size, because it allows for more apps to fit on the screen and more to be down the bottom and closer to where my thumb is, so I don't have to spread them out across the top of the screen like you do on something like an iPhone. It's just a little thing, but I really think it matters. Launcher. This is the one thing that goes atop of your Android that kind of creates a bit of a skin on the home screen and your app drawer, and it's one thing that's really important to me. I think launchers are way overlooked, and I think they're more important than you might think that they are. For instance, you can download the Pixel launcher and it will give you like Google Assistant and all these things pop up on the screen. That's really cool, but it's not as customizable as something like Nova, and that's what I'm using here. I haven't got the Pro version, I just use the standard version of Nova, and it allows me to add another layer, so I get a really cool stock launcher that looks very stock and it looks close to stock Android. However, I can then delve deeper into that and do some custom stuff with it. This also adds the functionality of an app drawer, which some skins don't from the latest offerings of Android, such as LG's latest offering, which is arguably one of the worst launchers ever sent with a phone. Is that just me? Then we have a widget manager, and I know what you're thinking, a widget manager, what are you on about that? Is this some kind of advert for some terrible software? It's not. I'm not paid to say any of this, and I haven't been sent any free stuff, but I think a widget manager such as Zupa, and I use Zupa Pro, I actually paid like £1 for it when I was actually conceiving this video back in the day, about 2 months ago. I found it really cool because it doesn't just allow you to add packs of widgets, but it allows you to freely customize them, like the size, if you're using Celsius or Fahrenheit, and stuff like that. It's really cool to have that all in one place, and you don't have to go into individual widgets and change that. I like that, and it adds support. It's almost like a base layer to be able to add more functionality to the launcher even through that, if that makes sense. My widget pack is, and I have to read this, MNMLUI. That is a mouthful. It's a fairly decent widget pack from Be Defined, and it allows for some really cool stuff in terms of the clocks, and that's the main thing I focus on actually. There are some more other cool widgets you can get, but the clocks are cool because you get date time and sometimes even temperature and weather all in one little clock, and they can look really cool. They can look artsy, and I know that's a little bit niche and not everyone wants a really cool Instagram hipster looking clock on their home screen, but I do, and I like it quite a lot. And remember, this is a pack, this is free, so you can add it to Zupa, which is your manager, or you can add other things to your manager, so you don't have to get this pack, but this is one of the widget packs and it's one of the ones I recommend. Also, it has some cool free wallpapers built into it, so that's up to you. Then there's icon packs. These go atop of your launchers such as Nova, and it allows for some different styles of icons. Now, some packs will be supported for weird programs such as like games that haven't really got a huge amount of players on them or something like that, whereas other packs will only really support the main applications, meaning that, you know, sometimes you might download one and it might not support Snapchat, but it supports other social media. The one I'm using is Delta. It's very pastel-y, it's very artsy, it's very standard hipster stuff, and it supports like 1500 apps or something like that, which means you're going to be hard pressed to find an app that isn't supported, although there are ones out there. Of course, there's more than 1500 apps on the App Store. Then of course you got cases and skins and stuff. I thought I'd add this in as a bonus if you guys didn't realize. You can buy your own vinyl online. It's very, very cheap. Of course, you can add some custom skins. If you're really artsy, you could even get one of what I have. You can even get this, which is like a huge thing of vinyl. It's like 13 feet long by like however long that is, I don't know, 30 centimeters. And you can paint it, you can draw on it, you can spray can, you can stencil, you can do whatever you like to it, apply it to your phone, and it's going to look absolutely unique to you. Maybe I've been spoiled because I'm able to check out so many phones, and I feel extremely lucky to be able to do that. But when you look at an iPhone and you look at its fluidity and you think, I want a piece of that, take 2 seconds to realise that there are some really cool things that can turn arguably one of the worst launchers and skins to be produced on a phone, and you can make it look super, super cool. Anyway guys, that's going to be it from me. Please do like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Tell me in the comments, do you like these kinds of videos, or would you prefer just to sit and stare into an abyss and read from a script? And please do subscribe if you're new around here to never miss a video like this one. My name's been Ryan Thomas for Failtech, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.